This one comes in from, I'll call this man Tom. Tom, breakup advice, please. I'm 18 and my girlfriend and I broke up after 8 months. It's been 2 weeks now and she has been really flirty and affectionate with one of my friends. Oh! And has been spending way more time with my friends than I have. She had pretty much no friends when we started dating, but about 3 months in, I made a huge effort to pull her into our group. Am I unjustified in feeling sad about this, or is everyone their own person and can do whatever they want? Any sort of advice would be really appreciated. Have a shit one. Okay. That's a really difficult one, because, especially because you're young. It becomes less of an issue as you grow older because generally people have separate groups of friends and breakups happen and it's less of a big deal. But I assume you guys are in high school or uni and you must have a very small friend group with not a lot of opportunity to go outside that just yet. The good news is, mate, you're very young and you will find other friends. The bad news is one of your mates is going to fuck your girl, ex-girlfriend, and she's not your property, so you can't get mad at her. You can, however, get mad at the friend that does it. And now a lot of people debate this issue. I think that it's guy or girl. If one of your friends, whether it's a male friend or a girlfriend, and you're a male or a female, if one of your friends has a romantic partner for like almost a year, and you knew the person for many, many months, and then they broke up, and then you fuck that person who, you know, just even though they are broken up, still has massive emotional ties and baggage to the other person that will need to be slowly unpacked and unraveled over a period of maybe a year, depending on how serious the relationship was, maybe even longer. If you fuck that person, you are a piece of shit. And I think that anyone is completely justified in getting angry at whoever fucks their ex-partner. This is male, female. It is a dog act. And I don't know why anyone is disputing that fact. And it's not because women are property. It's because of the emotional connection you once shared with that person. Messing with that and how much control and sway that connection has over the person is a low dog act, and you're a shit cunt. And that's what it is. I don't know why that's disputed. It's like people assume, it's like, you know what it comes from? It comes from like, oh, women aren't property, so you don't own them. It's like, that's not what the argument is. It's not saying that if I break up with someone, they're not allowed to fuck anyone. It's that if they fuck one of my friends or one of my friends fuck her, they both fuck each other, both of those people are bad people because they have caused me a lot of emotional harm. Obviously. And then if the argument is like, oh, it's not property, if you're not together anymore, you need to get over it. Okay, cool. Once again, dismissing men's feelings. We go back to International Men's Day, which I just yelled about for 40 minutes. Stop trashing dudes for having feelings and then getting mad when they shoot themselves in the brain without talking to anyone. So here, I don't know. This is a really tough one. I would say it is a really difficult issue because it's really on the friend and the girlfriend to not do this. I don't know if you can stop it. It just needs to not happen. And if it does, you need to take note of that and go, oh, this cunt's the type of person to, you know, if I left my wallet on the table, he'd take $20 out. Can't trust him. That goes for girls as well. And yes, I literally mean that women are commodities. That's what I'm saying. That's literally, they're literally a currency that should be exchanged for goods and services. Thank you very much, Joke Police. That's literally what I meant. You guys are fucking detectives with psychic powers. How did you pick that out of my brain? No, it's a joke. It's a hard one because if you can really come across as a jealous psycho if you go to your friend, you better not fuck my ex-girlfriend, or if you go to her, you better not fuck my mate. You can come across as controlling and psycho, even though those feelings are legitimate. It's really up to your friend to not do it. So you could maybe talk to your mate and say, hey, man, I've noticed that you and Sarah, since we broke up, have been getting really, really close. I just want you to know that if anything happens between you, I would think that's pretty disrespectful. I wouldn't do that to one of your ex-partners. If you did that to me, that's not cool. But I would only really do that if it looked very, very likely that it was going to happen. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that is good advice, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd be interested to know your opinions on this one. I'm a little bit stuck. I do know that if they do fuck, both of them are bad people and you should get the fuck away from them because they don't care about your feelings. And potentially they were eyeing each other off anyway. I think that's also another big issue and a huge red flag is that if you break up with a partner that you've been with for a long time and who have known the friend for a long time and then they fuck each other, clearly there was a bit of that going on before the relationship. That's never happened to me. I've never done that to anyone, but I've seen it happen to other people and I've been in friendship groups where it has happened and me, an outside viewer, was like, oh yeah, I saw that coming. That's another big red flag is that if they get together and they knew each other for a long time and straight after you break up, if it happens like a year after or 8 months later, I think that is different. And it's basically like if you have processed it and you've gotten over this other person and then naturally, you know, a long time after the breakup, they get with one of your mates that you knew, I think that is different. But if it happens in a really short time span, it was something was happening beforehand, or at the very least, they had their eyes on each other and they were waiting for the breakup. And in that case, that's disrespectful as well. Looking at your friend's partner and going, fuck, I cannot wait until they have a big fight because I would love to sit on that cock. Disrespectful. So that's what I think. I don't know if it's worth addressing. You cannot say don't do it. You probably could say, I want to let you know that if this does go ahead, I'm not okay with it and it doesn't sit right with me and that would hurt my feelings. But maybe it's just worth seeing what happens, and if it does happen, quietly exiting. You don't need to make a big deal out of it. You don't need to have a huge fucking fight or whatever, but it might be worth stepping out if that does happen. But I don't know. Read the comments. Some people might have some suggestions here. Maybe someone has experience with it. Maybe someone's done this to someone before and they know the repercussions of it. So comment and you can read them. I'm actually kind of stumped on that. That is a very difficult question, but I do know that if it does happen, they are not good friends.